Welcome everyone, it's Vapors with Drakomar. Now it's time for more League of Legends. In the last episode, we showed some legendary Orianna gameplay. In this episode, we are going to be doing an incredible match of Darius versus Riven top. Yes. So, on our team, we also have featured Meat Rod of Misery and Unholy Ecstasy, our mid laner, as well as a Dawnbringer Riven and a random Kha'Zix and a random Zillion. Anyway, so yeah, this is quite the match, and I will be also discussing a lot about what has been going on. I have been grinding on both my main account and an alternate account. I've been exploring it. My top three champions on my main account still remain Garen, Nautilus, and Veigar. Nautilus mainly used this as support. And Garen as a top laner. And on my alternate account, my top three champions are Veigar, Talon, Garen. Garen being the top laner, Talon being the mid lane, one of the mid lane assassins, and Veigar being my highest mage. Veigar is my top on both accounts. So anyway, playing some Darius in the top lane. Actually has been a while since I've played Darius, so I actually kind of got rusty at Darius. But before that, this happened for me playing a good amount of Darius. Darius requires, he has some skill, but a lot of Darius, main thing with Darius is you have to have a sense for who you can attack, when, and how, and also to keep track of your farm score. You want to have a very good farm score as Darius. You want to be constantly patrolling around and analyzing the situation. I have had some troubles with my mouse. I did check it, swap it out. I did a lot of things, but I didn't really have any trouble. I didn't really have any trouble with my game until the latest patches, because Riot has been releasing patches a lot, and sometimes these patches mess with my game's performance, and they've even swapped out, like, there's been so many changes. It's not just me trying to learn about the game and doing a lot of stuff. There's been so many changes in this game, it's been hard to keep track of exactly what's going on or what could be possibly going wrong in my games, or what particular champions even do anymore, because they've been releasing too many patches, too many changes all at once. So anyhow, I'm going to be hitting this Riven and using the edge of my blade, Decimating Strike, to cause damage. The weird thing is, it's not just the matter of what champions are meta. I often find it's how the meta affects the champions you play. Like what environment does it create? What does it do? Like what do the changes that Riot's putting in? What are all the patches? What kind of changes does it just impact your champions in general? And there have been a lot of different ones. So, but Darius is somewhat unchanged, like himself, but a lot of the world around him has changed. He has been buffed a little bit. So, I attack her, I hit her a bit, hit her with the edge of the blade. So it's been a very good trading session so far. The main thing you want to do with Darius is you want to make aggressive trades before the all-in. Orianna gets first blood on our Fizz, which is not a good sign. It's never a good sign when you see that the first thing that happens is your teammates fail you. But that's exactly how this video goes. First your teammates fail you. And first my teammates fail me, I mean. Teammates fail me. Going to keep hitting these minions. Keep farming. Gonna be hitting, going on for an aggressive trade. He's trying to go in there. And I get that and the ignite. And my ignite goes off after some of the bleed stacks, and I get some health return with Triumph, which is really damn good. Really juicy. So yeah, and the enemy Braum kills our Kazakhs. Never a good sign when the enemy Braum kills your Kazakhs. After you getting a nice juicy kill in top lane and igniting the Riven, I'm like, yeah, I killed the Riven. Yeah, I'm doing well in top lane. And then your jungler dies to the enemy support. And you're just like, what is my team doing? What are you doing? Defeating. First the Fizz. And now our jungler. So here I'm going to continue to farm in the top lane. Trying to exert dominance on the Riven. Gonna hit her a bunch, auto attack her, try to use my decimate, get some bleed. But it's more important that I try to get this farm. Use my decimate to try to get this. So yeah, you want to practice farming on Darius. Farming on Darius is core to... Lane dominance is often core to Darius's identity. You don't just want to dominate your lane. You want to dominate the farm score. If you're not dominating the farm score and shoving them under tower with your mere farming ability and your ability to harass, you're not really playing Darius entirely correctly. And Orianna kills our Kazakhs. What is our Kazakhs doing? I have no idea. Like, why? Why would our Kazakhs go for the Orianna? I don't... When he just killed the Fizz. I don't know. Or, I mean, he just died to Braum, and he's deciding. So here, I'm going to get more damage. So I hit them with the slow. I hit him again. So I make a very beneficial trade. I get level 6. Jax tries to cause issues. I try to hit him with the blade. And I don't really succeed at it. So I'm going to get these minions. This match becomes very significant after a while, just trust. So, going to be killing these minions. This is also kind of how you want to play Darius. You want to try to get farm, get a lane advantage, even if the enemy laner, the enemy jungler decides to gank. If you can, you want to try to think of a way that you can turn that 2v1 into an advantage for you. Although you have to be aware that the entire enemy team might be coming after you. Now, if you're an experienced Darius player, you'll know how to turn 3 people chasing you into 3 kills. But I am not quite that advanced yet in this game and in Darius in general, even when I did do a lot of Darius. So, Jax wants to come for a repeat gank. I end up flashing because I didn't expect it. A panic. And then Kha'Zix finally gets killed. But it's still pretty bad, the situation. So then I try to get some more items. I get a black cleaver and a Kindle Gem, and I believe an extra long sword for the damage output. And the enemy Braum kills our jungler again. So yeah, take that as you will. So, going to be killing these minions. If you think this is funny and this is like really weird, and it's because this is low rating. This is still very low rating. Hopefully, I'm going to advance my knowledge of this game enough that I feel, competent enough that I might be able to hard carry games like these on a regular basis. It does take a lot of getting used to, because doing hard carrying also involves that your teammates are making it so you have to carry. They are, you know, making things harder for you, being intimidating by making things harder for you, and also by being toxic and throwing in random surrender votes. Because a lot of that happens in this game. They toss in a lot of surrender votes. And I had to say no to all of them to get it. So I get the slow, I get the combo on her, I hit her, I throw the decimate, and then I pull her back in with apprehend to try to get more stacks, like more damage off. So yeah, I keep farming these minions. And I hit her. Okay, I went to the apprehend, I hit her with the slow. She flashes. Gladly take that, because I just want to get lane dominance. And Kog'Maw, or Meat Rod, manages to shut down the Braum. And the Vayne kills Ozillion. And our jungler dies to the enemy Kha'Zix. Our jungler dies to the enemy jungler. There's a lot of killing going on. I am going to be killing this turret, speaking of killing. The reason I'm going for that is I'm trying to, again, win my lane. It's the one thing you gotta know is, in order to carry your games in general, or in order to just achieve great things in this game, you have to try to do your own share. Get any minion farm that you can, and if you're a support, take as much proactive action as you can. Land as many skill shots if you're a skill shot based support. Do everything you can to set yourself up with gold. So here, she's trying to go in on me. I'm trying to auto attack because she got her ult up. And then I get the slow off and then the dunk. And I kill the Riven. And Mr. Combo 69 there, Kha'Zix manages to kill the Orianna, which is good. And so yeah, you can see some prime Darius combos. Keep farming. Clear out that wave of minions. Pop a recall under our turret in case anyone goes for me. Because oftentimes, when you're Darius, you get any kind of lead, everyone is going to chase you around. Somehow the enemy Vayne's on a killing spree. Meat Rod of Misery gets the shutdown of the Vayne. I get some more health items. Believe, Phage, Giant's Belt, Kindle Gem, 2 regular ruby crystals, and a longsword. I think that's what that is. I'm going to be converting that, but I should just try to complete one item in retrospect. Meanwhile, the enemy Braum manages to solo our Fizz mid, which is highly concerning. Now, the entire enemy, or at least the jungler and the Riven, are topside. I decide to play passive in case the 2v1. Here, I'm trying to get some damage on them under tower as they try to tower dive the Darius, which is not really something you really want to do. Especially if the Darius looks like he might be a threat. You don't want to tower dive a Darius. Darius has a number of builds that are good for him. Here I get some regular attacks on him. I get the slow. Ugh, and I thought she'd go into that, so then I get the apprehend. If I got the apprehend in, that would have killed her. And then Jax is topside again. Braum gets gets the shutdown on Meat Rod of Misery. I continue to farm topside. Braum's on a killing spree. He just killed Zillion. I'm farming up here. I know it looks really bad, and it is. I mean, this match was very tilting at this point in the game. I was like, the hell is my team doing? And of course, they probably put in at least 2 surrender votes before I even exit the lane. Like, they will do that. Okay, I hit it. I land the slow. She doesn't go back in. It's a reasonable trade, but not 100% ideal. Because if I did that a bit cleaner, I would have got a kill. So I pop a recall. It is rather late at night, but I pop a recall. And I complete some items. I believe I complete Black Cleaver. At least I complete 1 full item. Go back to lane. I've been watching a lot of different videos on League, and I'm trying to learn how to play Malzahar better. I'm trying to learn a lot of stuff. Unholy Ecstasy died, and Oriana got executed. And enemy Jack's on a killing spree. He's killed Kha'Zix. Gets a double kill. Kills off Meat Rod of Misery. And Meat Rod of Misery gets a shutdown on the enemy Braum. Very wood level stuff going on. She's trying to go in there. I get the attack there, and then I get the slow. I make the tower dive because I'm like, you know what? It's time to completely all in this Riven. I need to attack her viciously. I need to finish her off. I need to land the full combo. Get this Riven. Get full control of the lane. And you want to try to get full control of the lane by any means necessary. And if you have an advantage, one of the best ways is to try to calculate how best can you extend that advantage without being unreasonable. You want to look for exactly when you can get the dive just right. Unfortunately, Riven gets a kill on the Fizz, roams after I try to get some items. Because Fizz is very weak from getting destroyed by Orianna in lane. Unfortunately, these roams are kind of how Riven gets back into the game, but it's more like... But even though Riven gets back in the game, I still get him. So yeah, I managed to get a good kill onto her. Unfortunately, she gets a kill onto Kha'Zix, which is not good for me. But I get the doubles. I pull him in, get some damage, get ulted by Orianna. I get CC'd by the damn Braum, but that doesn't mean... Okay. I managed to get my final auto attack off. We're getting shut down by the stun from the Braum and the Vayne. It was really tilting. I was hoping to do more with that, but... Braum's stun is pretty annoying to deal with. And I had to deal with stuff in the bot lane. I don't think I have Merc treads. In retrospect, I should have rushed Merc treads to try to avoid Braum's stun. Stuff to avoid Braum's stun, because stuns are a big weakness of Darius. He is somewhat weak to crowd control. Recently, Darius has made an appearance in the LCS. He wasn't really popular, like, he wasn't really there before, but now he has a presence in the LCS. It's not a big presence, but it's a reasonable presence. Veigar is rare, but I've actually seen him in the League Challenger Series. It's just quite rare. Riven gets a kill on Meat Rod of Misery's Kog'Maw. I'm going to try to push this wave, take the damn tower. I mean, oftentimes it's really annoying when you you smash someone in the lane and they start getting kills elsewhere. I mean, even when you're just intending to push minions and get towers, and then your lane opponent discovers that your entire team is easier to kill than you are, so they just nuke your entire team. So a lot of salty commentary going on here. Unholy Ecstasy manages to kill off Orianna. So I tried it. A lot of stuff thrown at me at once, including Braum stun. Braum stun being potentially dangerous. Kill these minions off. And now Riven's on a rampage. Which is really infuriating. I have to go find Riven. Show him what for. And then our jungler dies again. Ventures on this strange place called Summoner's Rift. What a day. What a day. But this match does become remarkable. It does. I mean, it's not only remarkable showing all what these teammates do, but... So we continue to push out mid. Orianna destroys Beat Rod of Misery again. 5-1. Maybe, and we're going to kill this crab. Everyone seems to be here. I shouldn't have gone for that crab in retrospect, because the entire enemy team is going to CC me into death. Yes. The trouble is you have to get your Q heals and your attacks off at the correct times as Darius. Because if you don't, you won't be able to get the get one of them to 5 stacks, because that's the key in a team fight. Unholy Ecstasy managed to kill off Riven. And Vayne killed both Kog'Maw and Zillion. And then Kha'Zix gets a double shutdown and dies to Orianna. He shuts down the Vayne and the Jax, I believe. I managed to pull in the Braum. Managed to get enough attacks here to finally get off my 5 stacks with ultimate. Managed to ult him, take down the Braum. And yeah, the Braum has been a major pain in my butt throughout this game. The Mastery 7 Riven has destroyed a turret. I mean, the Mastery 6 Riven. The Mastery 7 Fizz has finally defeated the Orianna once more. So try to get these minions here. I should have just immediately attacked it, or actually ran away when the ultimate. You know what? Running away from this situation would have been a lot better, because Riven does a lot of damage because she has a lot of kills at the moment. But somehow, Kha'Zix, despite feeding all game, huge amount of feeding, Kha'Zix somehow is able to kill the Riven at nearly full HP, which I find pretty surprising. Not gonna lie. Like, this whole game is a really long fiesta. But as with all fiestas, at some point, one of the parties has to make a comeback. Anyway, I keep attacking the Braum, getting enough damage on him to finally pop him. I wanted to be the one to dunk him, but Fizz got it with his trident, and he lands the ultimate. I try to dunk the Orianna, but Kha'Zix end up going on a killing spree. The Kha'Zix that was feeding all game. Going to keep hitting these minions. I do have a Warmogs. I am stacking tank. So I get these minions. Here, gonna get the slow, and the regular auto attacks. The second I get that, I was gonna get the reset, but it didn't work out somehow. Like, I didn't survive long enough through the damage, which was very unfortunate, but at least we got the Vayne. So we slow down their momentum, because the enemy team, to be honest with you, has a lot of momentum. Removing Vayne, see, even though AD carries are at the weakest they've ever been, Vayne is one of the strongest AD carries, especially at this stage of the game. So taking out the Vayne might slow them down slightly. But it's still not anywhere close to enough slows. Unfortunately, it's seeming to be very difficult to escape their CC. There's the Orianna ultimate. if I can get this kill, but then Zillion ends up taking the kill somehow, and it leaves me to get CC'd to death and die to Vayne, which is really unfortunate. I mean, I don't know why. Okay, at least Zillion stuns it for the other guys. He gets rid of the Vayne. But I like at the time I was like, Zillion stole my reset. You took it away. If I got the one kill, once you get the one kill as Darius in a team fight, it's huge. Mr. Combo definitely buys time by killing off the Orianna. Kha'Zix seems to have made a complete comeback for some unknown reason. But amazingly, like this game feels like I should just have been able to stay top lane and just keep killing the Riven and driving her into the ground. But that did not come to pass because of a lot of bad stuff happening across the map. Yes. And here, coming to kill the Braum. Fizz manages to do enough damage. I get another auto attack off on Braum, and then somehow he kills Braum with his Seastone Trident. Manages to do enough damage now. Now Fizz does actual damage. Like, more damage than he did before when he got weakened, basically fatally weakened by the Orianna. I don't know exactly how an Orianna fatally weakens a Fizz, but okay. It's probably something to do with her poking the living hell out of the Fizz with her ball. Because I have a feeling that ball does a lot of laning damage, which I know it does because I played Orianna before. You've seen me play Orianna. It's just, you'd think that a Fizz would still be able to dominate. Not really. Here, though, I get some regular attacks. I get the slow. I get my decimating strike off, and I'm able to transfer the stacks instantly without getting CC'd. And then she tries to exhaust. I get another Q off. See, I'm getting enough of this. I'm getting enough of this to finally that they didn't apply the CC hard enough. And I managed to get a pentakill off of that. My first, potentially my first ever Darius pentakill. I have enough regen and health that I can... Because see, one of those ultimates, when the Braum ulted, was crucial. If I did not get enough auto attack, enough regular attacks off, and get that ultimate, then I would have died, and it would have probably been the end of the game. But I managed to get the pentakill and get this CS, and from here on out, the momentum shifts entirely. Yes, that was my first ever Darius pentakill, I believe. And it almost felt like it coming... The only reason I had any reason to think that I was going to get a pentakill was because I knew that I was going to legit do everything I could possibly do to try to stop them from winning, because I was very pissed at this point in the game that Riven, who lost lane to me, was going to win the game. And it really pissed me off. I'm like, I do not want to have to lose just because I have teammates. Like, if at all possible, especially as a Darius, you don't really want to lose because you have teammates if you can help it. So it's like, this has to be a free win. This has to be. Not exactly a free win, but it should have been. So let's just make it a win instead of a free win. Interest we get in Summoner's Rift. So then, after I get the pentakill, they still do not give up. But I don't really care at this point because I have a lot of tank. I'm going to pull her in, get my Q off. I'm going to try to attacks. He has a redemption. That's good. Trying to... He gets the stun. I get the 5 stacks and the ult. And here I managed to get my regular attack off. I have a lot of damage. Managed to become godlike. Hit the Oriana again. Recall. This is the full power of Darius basically at full build. I have a Bramble Best to try to reduce their healing. Apply grievous wounds, or I mean at least apply damage, magic damage to the targets. So that they don't get any ideas. And clear out this minion wave. I mean, this is what Darius can do. This is what I wanted to show Darius doing. You know, he can get a pentakill. He can solo carry a game, given the correct conditions and being very determined. Granted, not all champions can do this. At least, maybe they can, but I doubt it. Some of them have a lot of trouble doing it. But you never know. Some of them are rather surprising. One of the most surprising ones I've seen lately is Gragas. If you see a full AP Gragas, he can actually be extreme hassle. Vayne is going to condemn me into a wall. They're basically going to spend all their CCs on me. I managed to become legendary with those basic attacks. And I get my Q off. Mr. Combo is on a killing spree. And this is where, amazingly, off of that momentum we got from the pentakill, we managed to get to end the game. So we're going to attack this tower. The turret, Kha'Zix gets the turret. Here, you get it, bring him in. And Zilean gets the ace. And our good old friend, the Master 7 Fizz, gets a turret. And Kha'Zix gets a turret. Yeah. And we managed to get the inhibitor, and this is where we end the game. Finally, after all that madness, I managed to defy the existence of teammates and get my teammates back into the game at the same time. And here Zilean gets the stun, and I'm about to get the ultimate off, and that is when the game ends. And next time, we will also be doing more League of Legends. I'll be showing some of the stuff I've done on Talon and other champions. See you guys then.